These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hard-working, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. They've got Saroff, and it's Embiid in it to 5. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's Saroff. Pass to Elliott. Let's go with a 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Owens, the pass to Carter. Embiid covers. Pass to Owens. And here's Sharp. Nice ball movement by Boston. Clock at 6. Here's Owens. And the jumper is good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Fires for 3. The rebound by Jackson.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And here's Sharp. Pass to Owens. Back to Sharp. Here's Owens. Now here's Jackson. Outside Carter. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Elliott clears away.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
A rebound by Jackson. The Celtics have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Owens. Launches a 3. The rebound by Embiid.
Okay, it's taking them a moment to find their rhythm, opening the game with some uneven 1 for 4 shooting.
Here's Elliott. The 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And Carter gets it to go on the assist by Owens.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
He's checked in for Carter. All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. Number 1, the Pacers.
Well, last year, they were tremendous at the line. A very fundamentally sound team shooting-wise.
Here's Elliott. Guarded by Sharp. Pass to Elliott to win the drought. Pure from three-point range. Elliott's got 6 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Sharp. The three from Ricochet. They grab their own miss. And the layup is good off the glass.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Embiid is screen on Sharp. Guarded by Sharp. Inside. There's the block. Here's Owens. Oh, stolen by Embiid. To the inside. Ricochet covering.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Boston making a switch here. Shireman's checked in. Boston's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Outside Ricochet. Fires from the wing. And that was good.
Yeah, good mechanics and a high release. Ricochet's shot is pretty refined and ready for quick attacks like this.
They set the pick. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Here's Shireman. Another shot. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
Boston shooting their first free throw tonight.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
Korver knocks down the triple.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
The Celtics have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. The three from Ricochet. Up again. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Celtics. Both teams deciding to change it up. A minute 20 left in the first quarter here. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. the Pacers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. All right, here now, the league's top rebounders over the past month. The fourth spot held by Joel Embiid.
He's just been incredible on the boards over the last month of the season. He's a guy who plays with such desire.
There's a minute 17 left now in the first quarter. Pass to Murray Boyles. Here's Shireman. He's scoreless. Here's Owens. Here's the three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Whew.
Back to Richardson. Here's Embiid. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Pass to Shireman. Nice ball movement by Boston. Murray Boyles can't get it to go. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. It's stolen. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Owens. He had 9 points in his last time out. Up top, Porter. 1 second left. Tie game in Boston. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. They've been sharp so far, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
On the floor for Indiana, we've got Michael Porter, and it's Embiid in at the center position. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, guys. Well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Back to you.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Indiana leading. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
And the upcoming schedule for Indiana. On Friday, they'll be matching up with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then Friday, the Golden State Warriors come to town, kicking off a homestand for them.
And for that matchup with the Pistons, that one's going to be game number 9 of the year for them. Really starting to get towards the meat of things by then.
Pass to Abaji. Here's Saraf. Here's Korver. Connects from downtown. Korver's got 6 points.
Yeah, the keep it simple method. Good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Pass to Abaji. Embiid, a screen on Sharp. Abaji. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Murray Boyles. Picked by Carter. The 3. Murray Boyles can't get it to go.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Out to the wing. Here's Korver. Misses the 3. Celtics trail by 6. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Rizachet, no good.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Pass to Embiid. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. This, their first chance to take a look at Indiana this season.
They expected more of themselves against this team last year. Split the games between them.
Let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. Number 1, the Celtics.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
Sharp up top. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Here's Saraf. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. They get it back.
And that's what they teach you at every level. Get a body on your man, box out, grab the board.
Outside Rizachet. There's the 3. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Here's Marion. He shoots again. Embiid muscles through the contact.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
Pass to Sharp. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside Carter. And here's Owens outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Owens has got 5 now.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Here's Marion. Here's Saraf. From outside the arc. Here's Embiid. The rebound by Murray. Celtics trail by 7. Here's Owens. 5 points in the game. Back to Carter. Pass to Owens. Indiana with a rebound. And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A. He throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score. Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Outside Rizachet. Back to Carter. 1:43 left in the first half of this one. The 3 from Rizachet. Sinks it. Now 2 of 7 on the night.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Indiana leading by 6. Pass to Embiid. A minute 20 left in the half. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, good whistle there.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. There's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
And here's Owens outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Indiana's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. There's 53 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Elliott. To the middle. Stolen by Carter. Here's Owens. Give him 8 points now. Got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half.
I think for the Pacers, I think we know at this point how good this team can be, and that is not very good, Ernie.
And now looking back at the first half, what can you say about Joel Embiid?
Few players can change the game with their...
Glad you could join us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Pacers leading by 5. Jaren Jackson out there with Owens. Then they're Sharp, and it's Carter in at the point. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Well, Grant, we know teams are humming triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little three happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
Lays it up and banks it in.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Well, the Pacers shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Pass to Elliott. This one for 3. The rebound, Celtics. And here's Carter. Here's Owens. Now Carter. Lets it go from deep. Pacers with a rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Launches it. Drills it from deep. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Elliott. Here's Saroff from deep. Another 3 for Indiana.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 8. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Joel Embiid. Boston shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he sinks the second. Pacers leading by 7. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Jaren Jackson picks one up. Indiana shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he makes both free throws.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
The Celtics have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pulls up on the wing. The Pacers pull it in. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Hits the trifecta. 12 points for him.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Well, officials have never been under greater scrutiny, so development is key, Grant. And I read now they have a training app refs can use on their phones.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the players leveraging electronics to train smarter. And it's great to see the officials making use of technology as well.
Risache, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Owens. He's got 11 for 3. Elliott clears away.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Picked his pocket. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Coming Durant, as effortless as a scorer as this league has ever seen. He said, I'm not really flashy with how I play anymore. I just try to look for the best shot and be simple and easy with my game. Fly under the radar a bit. After every shot, I just run down the court and get back on defense. Brian, back over to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. Here's Owens. Just 5 to shoot. Nails it from 3. Owens has got 14 points for the game.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Pass to Porter. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Guarded by Sharp. Good D by Sharp. Celtics trail by 9. Now here's Risache. He's got 5. Here's Owens. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. 5th best, the Celtics.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
And here are the Pacers now. Pass to Abaji. And here's Embiid, defended by Jackson. Here's Baker. And Indiana misses again. For Boston, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Outside Risache. Here's Murray Boyles. Here's the pick. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter here. Jackson can't get it to go. Indiana leading by 9. Here's Mashburn. Embiid inside. Risache covering. Embiid's shot is good. Embiid's got 10.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Blocked! And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. So it's both teams making substitutions here. .29 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Risache. With 4 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. On the court for the Pacers, they've got Sroff, and it's Elliott in at the power forward spot. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Rizachet. Celtics trail by 11. Here's Owens. Okoro outside. Outside Rizachet. Beyond the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, that's what Rizachet is out here to do. He is first and foremost a three-point shooter. A good one at that.
Pass to Baker. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Out left to the wing. Here's Sroff. Three-pointer. No good. Okoro, left side. Pass to Owens. 4-3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Korver. The three is up. Boston pulls it in. Pass to Carter. Now here's Okoro. Carter on the wing. To the paint. Here's Owens. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
The Pacers again can't hit.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Rizachet. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's Sroff. He's checked by Carter. They still need this. The shot won't fall. Celtics trail by 3. And it's Okoro penetrating. Pass to Owens. Outside Rizachet to tie it up. Drains the triple.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Indiana's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Goes up on the baseline. That shot missing. Boston on offense. They picked up 11 straight. Pass to Owens. Jackson the screen to take the lead. Tries again. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 2.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Owens.
Bucket! And this is just typical of him. always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Banks it home. Big shot.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Boston on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Outside Carter. Here's Owens. Embiid there for the rebound. For three. It's off.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter here. Embiid there for the rebound. Indiana leading. 18 feet out. The jumper is good.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Another shot. And that's how you get it to go inside.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Minute 15 left in the game. Gets it to go.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
Here's Owens. Jackson the screen. Carter outside. Here's Sharp. Puts up the tray. Oh, it's off.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around to get a better look.
And an intentional foul right there. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he commits the intentional foul.
Shooting for Indiana, number 55, 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Ooh, that's what you call protecting the rim, baby. Great job by Embiid.
Oh, no good on the layup. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for the Pacers, number 55, 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And Boston calls time here. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
Jackson right side. Carter outside. Jacks up a 3. Not that time. Indiana wins it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching.
Shooting guard at 6'6" number 30, Gerald, number 30.
Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, and a look at the starters for the Hornets. Andrew Wiggins is out there with King. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Fears. And for the Magic, Devon's out there with Ibaka. Then there's Amen Thompson. Then there's Mike Bibby. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Fires the three, and it's King with the rebound. Here's Fears. Bibby covering to the inside. Score the basket, his second of two attempts.
just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And that pick takes the beat totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
Pass to Wiggins. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It's an improving skill for Wiggins, moving the ball, but he's focused on improving that aspect of his skill set.
Bibby passes to Thompson. Oh, good on the triple. The Hornets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Back to Wiggins. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
So, Stan, when you look at how the Magic defend, can you remember a time when so many of the league's best defenses were all so young?
Well, Kevin, it's something we associate with more veteran teams. But the modern game is so demanding, it may be tilting toward these young legs.
King, that's good.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
The Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Now, here is Bibby. Not a lot of room. Once again, off the mark, Orlando.
Well, look, that's another missed opportunity. 1 for 5 now from the field.
Pass to King. Charlotte moving the ball around. Out to Bridges. Wiggins outside. To the paint. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And don't think now that they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And Orlando making a change here. Scola's checked in. Ryder's checked in for the Hornets. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Now, here is Bibby to end the run. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Pass to Fears. Back to Wiggins. To the middle. It's stolen by Divac. Bibby with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Doubled by Bridges. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Divac dishes to Bibby. Pass to Scola. Over Fears. And the basket by Scola.
Well, there you go, finding the best look they could.
Hornets leading by 6. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's ready to talk things through with them. at the 2K leaderboard, showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. Fourth, the Magic.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Here's Bibby. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Back to you guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Bibby kicks to Thompson. Hands it from downtown.
Well, look, he's struggled so far, but maybe that basket is all he needs to get going.
Here's Fears. Bibby covering. Low block shot, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
1:46 left to play in the first quarter. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Charlotte leading by 9. Eason with it. Scola covering. Bridges shot. Good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
So, Stan, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
Oh, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill. And he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact. And he will also create shots for his teammates.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Knipple, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Butler kicks to Bridges. And so the ball out of bounds. Scola touched it last. The Magic making a switch here. Dragic has checked in. Hyder's checked in for Charlotte. .29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Pachulia. 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Butler. Charlotte again missing. Dragic looking for an opening. And Luis Scola, the bucket, and the assist by Bibby. Scola's got his second bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Hornets on top as they wrap up the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Knipple out there with Bibby. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic, then Scola, and it's Serbiak in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Screen by Nurkic. Serbiak passes to Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Pass to Fear. Now Eason. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. Now here's Butler, led by Serbiak. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
That's good from Knipple. Here is Price. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Fear. Butler feeling out of it. Here's Fear. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. You better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. Fifth, Jeremiah Fears.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. The Hornets also changing it up. Pachulia, he's checked in for Tari Eason. And Ryder subbed in for Karan Butler. Dragic the pass to Bibby. And here is Ibaka. Tries a three. It's good. The assist this time from Bibby. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Boy, watching Ibaka, he possesses good form and just solid range on his shot.
Here's Ryder. The Hornets keeping it alive. The new 14. Pachulia, no luck. And it's the Magic's ball. They've got a 10-0 run going. Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Dragic. From the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Yeah, they split their series last year. Both sides have loads of talent. It should be an entertaining meeting again.
Pass to Kessler. Down low. Dragic kicks to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dragic from outside. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. King's got 4 rebounds now tonight. So staying after an up-and-down start to his career, Kobe White is now a proven scoring threat.
He sure as heck is, Kevin. And it's because of 2 things in my mind. Great confidence and great energy every single night. So he's always running and moving, which gets him space and time to shoot the ball. And when he gets that space and time, he has great confidence to let it fly.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And here's Dragic. Still scoreless. Nurkic setting the pick for Dragic. Inside and finished off by Nurkic.
And tremendous fundamentals from Dragic. Running the pick and roll to perfection.
So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Mavericks. Screen by Wiggins. Down low, it's deflected, and it's blocked by Ibaka. And they get it back. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Dragic with it. To the middle. He wants to get it to Nurkic, and does.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
There's the triple. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Price against Dragic. Wiggins passes to King. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists in the game. Price against Dragic. Thompson sets the pick for Dragic. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Knocks down the 3-ball. 9 points in the game so far.
So those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
And the timeout called by Charles Lee. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Vance comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Mike Bibby is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to Wiggins. To the paint. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice unselfishness in the screen and roll. Wiggins demonstrating a willingness to get it to his teammates.
The screen from Thompson. For 3, Bibby. No good on that one. Hornets have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Now, Wiggins. Last game, 26 points. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hornets lead by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
Taking a look here now at the Magic. They've wanted this to be a turnaround season. They have a few building blocks, but the roster construction is not complete. This front office has some tough decisions to make.
And turning back now to talk about the Orlando Magic. What a close game this has been.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many easy buckets. How are they going to still win this game?
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Thompson. Hasn't made one yet. Setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Bridges. King is up there with Wiggins. Then it's Spears.
How can we forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
The Hornets with the lead. Defended by Divac. From 13, again, the Hornets score.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now, here is Bibby. Off target from outside.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Bibby passes to Divac. Thompson kicks to Bibby. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Bibby's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Magic. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Spears. Bibby covering. Takes a step back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Hornets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Here's taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Pass to Ibaka. Divac sets a screen. For 3, Bibby. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Now here's Wiggins. There's a good screen. Launches it from deep. They get it again. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. Number 1, Amen Thompson. Andrew Wiggins, 3rd.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
Well, knowing that you have a lockdown guy at this position on defense helps you be more aggressive on that side.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Spears. Bibby covering. Wiggins passes to King. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10, double-digit perfection.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Bibby dishes to Ibaka. Back to Bibby. Over Spears. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Wiggins up top. He's covered by Thompson. To the inside. Out to Bridges. Pass to Spears. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. King's shot is off. The Magic trail by 8. And here's Bibby. He's got 11. Over Spears. Bibby misses. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Well, for him, it hasn't been a big night. With his reputation, they've used him more as a decoy.
Bibby with it. To end the cold streak, the Hornets pull it in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Lays it up off the glass. He's got 23.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Thompson's checked in for Orlando. The Hornets also with a sub. Butler's checked in. The Magic trail by 13. Divac sets a screen. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Shoots the three. Doesn't go that time.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Once again, off the mark, Orlando.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Thompson in the corner. Pass to Scola, and stolen by Wiggins. And so it's Charlotte riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Dragic. Baca is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Knipple in at the 2-guard. That's is out there for Orlando. Dragic gets the bucket.
Nice move there by Dragic, navigating the paint well to find himself an open look.
And that one drops for him. And the Hornets lead by 15.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Ibaka finds Nurkic. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Thompson outside. Beyond the arc. Knipple, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Ryder. Bridges outside. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Price looking it over. Clock at 4. 17-foot shot on the way. Bridges misses.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
On the wing, Thompson. A three-pointer, no good. Charlotte leading by 15. Here's Ryder. To the middle. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Thompson outside. From outside the arc. Rebound collected by Ryder. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Price, the pass to Eason. Bounce pass, Price. Bridges finds Price. To the paint, looking for Eason. He gets it there, and it's good for 2.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Back to Dragic. Nurkic, a screen on Price. Outside Dragic. To stop the drought. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Inside, here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so Price will bring it up for the Hornets. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Bridges outside. Pass to King. Back to Eason. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
The three goes down.
An assertive player, Dragic knows he has the green light to catch and fire.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. It's now time to take a look at our player of the game.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Now Fears. Outside Wiggins. King inside. Defended by Ibaka. Now Wiggins.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
From 8. And it's in there. He's got 27.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Wiggins. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Wiggins watches the floor and sees a guy with a better look.
The Magic trail by 19.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hornets.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. The Magic have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Back to Bibby. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For the 3. Down it goes for 3. Fears with it. It's stolen by Ibaka. Now, here is Bibby. And here is Ibaka. Here is Bibby. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And now we present our player of the game.
And inside the locker room, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Heat in Miami. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler, this is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Ali LaForce reporting for us. So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. They've got Wiseman, Chet Holmgren out there with LeBron James. Then there's Marcus Smart. Pass to Bailey from behind the arc. On target from range. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you.
Great work, Ali. Thanks. Smart passes to Holmgren. Here's James. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
They got the ball to the right guy. James, ready to shoot at all times.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Smart passes to Holmgren. Fires the three, and the three-pointer goes.
Don't judge Holmgren by his size. He does have a passing skill set, finding shooters and getting them the ball.
Here's Shepard, defended by Smart. It's Edwards on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Puts up a three. Miami grabs the miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Shepard. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Outside Edwards. Screen by Bamba. Edwards, a pass to Bailey. Here's Shepard. 5 on the clock. And it's Wiseman with the rebound.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player. And the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
Bamba, the screen on James. Here's Bailey, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on LeBron James. Miami shooting their first free throws here tonight. And that one misses. Ford's checked in for Shepard. Hood Schifino's checked in for Los Angeles. And he's good on the second. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. James, outside. Pass to Holmgren. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. James, outside. Screen by Holmgren. Here's Hood Schifino from the arc. The rebound by Bamba. Now Edwards. Down low. Pass to Ford. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
James outside. No good on the three. Miami trailing. Here's Ford. Yet to see a basket. And here's Bailey for three. Again, the Heat misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Ford. Here's Bailey. Jacks up a three. Sinks it from distance. Bailey's got 7 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And the shot goes in.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, B.A., his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and of course, that killer mentality.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And the Heat with some changes. Jokic is checked in for Bamba, and Williams is subbed in for Bailey.
Substitution on the court.
.116 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Ford. Now here's Edwards. The three is up. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Here's Hood-Schifino. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Jokic is doubled. Great D that time from Holmgren.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. So both teams making some changes here. .12 seconds left in the first. Pass to Jokic. And here's Ivy. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Heat out in front, up by 5. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
They've got Williams. Nikola Jokic is out there with Jaden Ivey. And it's Ford in at the one. So that's who Miami starts the second with. To the inside, Hickson. Rebound Miami. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad.
They expected more of themselves against this team last year. Split the games between them.
Ivey, a screen on Pritchard. Jokic with it. Still no points. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play.
Easy to see why Ivey's guys lob it his way. He's fantastic at capping off alley-oops.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Los Angeles making a change here. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Holmgren with a big reach.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Pass to Morrow. Here's Shepard, defended by Smart. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Miami making a switch here. Ivey's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Shepard. Back to Ivey. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Jokic gets the bucket.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Here's Hood-Schifino. Here's Hickson. No points so far. It's Holmgren, high post. Kicks it out to Smart. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Hickson. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Smart has got 3 assists tonight.
And Smart has always been a good passer. But in recent years, he's really honed in on his playmaking abilities.
Ivey outside. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. And it's Jokic missing. Lakers trail by 4. It might not always show up on the stat sheet, but Lou Dort is one of the most feared defenders around, Legs.
Well, he's built like a middle linebacker, and he brings a high level of physicality. B.A., there's a reason he's earned the nickname the Torture Chamber.
Holmgren with a screen on Williams. And here's Connect outside. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And here's a rundown of the teams that have not wasted their opportunities at the line in the last month. Number 1, the Heat.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you foul them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Lakers trail by 4. And here's Smart. Still without a bucket. Pulls up. And it comes off the front of the rim. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Gay against Edwards. Gay, the pass to Smart. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Fires from deep. And Smart nails the triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Edwards. They set the screen. From downtown, they get the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Smart outside. Now here's Holmgren. Lets it fly. A good-looking shot from the wing. 7 points in the game.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Here come the Heat answers, everybody. Let's get live.
James is checked in for Chet Holmgren. Here's Shepard. 8 points in his last time out. Pass to Jokic. Walker sets a screen to end the drought. And it's Jokic missing. The Lakers in the lead. To the paint. Yes! He's still got it! LeBron!
They're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
The Heat have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Outside Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Fires it in the triple. Edwards got 9.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
1:51 left to play in the first half. Back to Smart. Pass to Gay. And here's James. James from distance. Easy work.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Bailey. Jokic with a screen on Gay. Now here's Jokic. The 3 ball. Knocks it down from distance. Jokic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
James outside. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Edwards. There's the triple. James with the rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Again, the Lakers score.
And I like how they focused on getting high percentage shots, especially after the three balls weren't falling early on.
Now Jokic. 5 points in the game. And the three is up. The shot misses. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Los Angeles up 4. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach J.J. Redick. What do your guys need to do to pull off this win?
Just continue to emphasize being organized, both offensively and defensively. When we've been in the half-court or in transition and we've been organized, we've done a really nice job. And overall, our guys fought.
I know you'll keep them organized. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Hello and welcome. LeBron James in the spotlight again. He has been getting it done.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his hands.
That may be the only way to stop him because even against doubles, he's been accurate. And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
You look at Los Angeles, they're dealing with some challenges, no doubt about it. They have talent, but maybe not as much as they thought they had. The effort's been spotty. It's been a learning year for this organization.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You got to like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Heat trail by 4. Second half underway. Here's who J.J. Redick's got on the floor. We've got Chet Holmgren. He's out there with LeBron James. Marcus Smart out there with James Wiseman. Edwards, that's good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Edwards has gone 4 of 7 from outside the arc. Good numbers. Here's James on the wing. Shoots over Bailey. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. James has got 13 now.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Shepard. Here's Bailey. Outside Edwards. Off target from outside.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
Heat trail by 3. Here's Shepard. No made baskets yet. He's covered by Holmgren. And stolen by Holmgren. James finds Holmgren. And stolen by Bamba. Here's Bailey. Check by James. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Shepard. Well, Legs, when we talk about current players, who are the guys you want taking the shot with the game on the line right now?
Well, certainly the tried and true like Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. You can't go wrong there. Or a multi-time MVP in Nikola Jokic.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
All right, fans, get out and show some love for your Heat Fight Squad. Let's go, fans. Give it up for your Heat Fight Squad.
Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. Fourth, the Lakers.
And they have really been focused on picking up their defensive effort, playing passing lanes, pressuring ball handlers, and trying to contest every shot.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Edwards. Screen by Bamba. Jacks up with three. Edwards connects from outside.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. James. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist. Smart has got 6 assists in the game. Pass to Bailey. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And stolen by Holmgren. Smart outside. Now Holmgren. Covered by Bamba. And here's James. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. James has got 20.
This is the second half start they were hoping for. 4 straight field goals out of the game.
And the defensive versatility of Bam Adebayo is special, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he can guard 1 through 5, and his offensive game is also versatile. Think about how far he's come since he was drafted. He is a testament to work ethic.
James outside. Smart passes to Holmgren. James outside. From the wing. Rebound Miami. Here's Shepard. No points yet. Outside Edwards. Oh! Edwards showcasing the range.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. checked in for Miami. The Lakers also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in for Smart. Now here's Holmgren. Pass to James. Back to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Edwards looking it over. Three-pointer. Rebounded by LeBron.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Pritchard, the pass to Holmgren. And there's James from the arc. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. 10 of 14 from the field.
Yeah, no doubt about it. LeBron is in attack mode tonight. He's looking to score every time he touches the ball.
There's a minute 59 left in the third. Here's Ford. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Pritchard. Guarded closely. Pass to Holmgren. Now here is James. Again, the Lakers score.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
No, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Screen by Bamba. Edwards for three. Wiseman with a steal. Here's James. The second effort. Left side Pritchard takes the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. And it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
Protected by Holmgren.
And that is one of the things Holmgren brings to the table. His rim protection is critical for this defense.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Bamba. There's the drive. Pass to Bailey. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
James with the ball. Fires the three. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. 25 points and counting for him. They have relied heavily on his offense. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Anthony Edwards, Patrick Williams out there with Smith, then it's Shepard, and it's Doherty in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Williams with the screen, and here's Shepard for three, and the Heat, another three! All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. They kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
A nice shot by Hood Schifino.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with a 3.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
With the crossover. The rebound by Shepard. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Edwards, the pass to Smith, and that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Bass, he's checked in for Smith. Gay's checked in for the Lakers. It's stolen by Smart. Now Los Angeles moving it up. And Gay the bucket on the assist from Smart. Smart's got 7 assists in the game. Outside Edwards. Pass to Shepard. Here's Bass. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Bass has got his first points in this one.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Pass to Ferry. And stolen by Edwards. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Gay. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Guarded by Edwards. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams on the wing. Pass to Shepard. Now Edwards. Here's the 3. That one won't go. That's his 8th miss out of 15 shots. Gay outside. Here's Ferry. Boom! He jams it straight down.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Teams will make substitutions. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Bailey to tie it up. The Lakers with a rebound.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Now here's Holmgren. Lets it fly. Not enough on that one as it misses. Inside. And he dumps it down.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And here's Smart. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Here's Holmgren. From deep. The triple drop.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Here's Bailey. Check by James. Let's loose for three. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And just a huge answer right there with a three of their own. And the crowd now is in a frenzy.
Releases. Oh, can't hit the jumper. Miami has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's Bailey. Check by James. To take the lead. It's money from deep.
Well, this is Shepard's shot. The defense can't afford to give him this much separation.
The Lakers have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. James outside. Screen by Wiseman. Can't hit it.
Well, that's just excellent rebounding fundamentals right there. He found a body, and he cleared him out.
Here's Bailey. Check by James. A minute 9 left in the final quarter. Shot clock at 5. Holmgren there for the rebound.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown. There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Bailey. Check by James. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Well, they're in a tough spot now. They need points and stops.
20 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Takes a three. He's off from three. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
And we talk about the things that made Chet Holmgren an elite prospect. Mental toughness is near the top of the list.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Miami calls timeout. They're behind by 4. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Outside Edwards from deep three-point range. Holmgren there for the rebound. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
First personal foul. Team foul number 4. At the line for the Lakers, Marcus Smart.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that puts him up 5. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did.
And going through warm-ups, trying to get into a little groove. Now the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Saw out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Harper. Then it's Hughes. You know, GA, it seems like a lot of players welcome the opportunity to play in Phoenix. Talk about what makes this market to a player so appealing.
I mean, the weather has a lot to do with it, right? Basketball is a winter sport, so for those snowbirds out there, Arizona's a great choice.
Now, here's Stewart. Pass to Harper. 6 on the shot clock. And his first shot of the game, no good. Here's Topic. Outside, Levine. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Bosch. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Bosch has got 5 points so far.
And I love the physicality from Bosch, the young fella, able to get his shot off through contact.
Outside, Harper fires the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing a game.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Pass to Levine. Lets it go with the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
For the Pistons, it's been a slow start here. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them to stop the run. And it's flagged with the rebound. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Bosch. A 3 ball. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so the timeout here by J.D. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. For Detroit, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I caught up with the head coach for Phoenix. We discussed his plans for defending Donovan Mitchell, and he told me for as quick and athletic as Mitchell is, we can't allow him to get downhill. No free runs in the open court, no clear lanes to the bucket. And he added, that's not as easy as it sounds, but that is our goal. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, it's good from long range. Greg, isn't this a fun time of year? Mid-season basketball, from award races to juggling playoff pictures. It's terrific.
Yeah, you really get to see things taking shape. I like watching teams rise up and make the unexpected run. Makes the league so much more interesting.
Demon, he's checked in for Topic. Pistons trail by 7. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Here's Demon. Pass the flag. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Stewart.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Hughes, the pass to Stewart. Now, here's Harper. Unloads. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Levine for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And we know Levine has that shot in his arsenal, and he's working to develop more consistency.
Outside Harper. This one for 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Outside Bosch for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Harper the pass to Stewart. He lobs it up, and Harper slams it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Outside Bosch. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that really is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for the Suns. Duncan Robinson comes in for Bosch. Pass to Stewart. And here's Maggette. 3-pointer. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Robinson on the wing. Here's Demon. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Now Flag. Still without a basket. Screened by Boozer. Here's Demon. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Pass to Maggette. Over Robinson. Bank shot. No good. Suns leading by 8. Flag with it. Outside Boozer. Now Flag. Now here is Robinson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. And Sarr pulls it down. Pass to Shannon. From past the arc. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. Don't go anywhere. We'll be... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
They've got Zach LaVine, also Cole Anthony out there. Boozer is out there with Robinson. And it's Wolf in at the power forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Out to Anthony. Over Hughes. And it's good from the elbow.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Anderson passes to Harper. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. The shot. No good from Maggette. For the Pistons, their last game a loss to the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
The poor rebounding is something that they'll have to shore up going forward. It puts you at such a disadvantage when you look at the battle of possessions.
And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Maggette.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Some changes for Phoenix. Reed comes in for Boozer, and Topic is subbed in for Cole Anthony. Then for the Pistons, Alexander Sarr comes in for Nick Richards. And it's Stewart in for Anderson. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to LaVine. Here's Topic. Hughes covering. In the corner, it's Robinson. Out to the wing. And the wide open shot from Reed. Off target with his 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And here's Stewart. Nothing on the board. Harper, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Pass to Wolf. LaVine kicks to Robinson. To the wing right side. Topic. And the Suns miss again. Pistons trail by 6. Saw the pass to Hughes. Now here's Stewart. Pass to Maggette. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Phoenix has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3 ball well. Here's Reed. Outside Robinson. Pass to Topic. 4 on the clock. A 3-pointer off the mark. Pistons trail by 3. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, guys. Donovan Mitchell can put up points, but he's sacrificing some of that to get his teammates going. He said, quote, "For me, it's about balancing, picking my spots, picking my games, empowering everybody. But sometimes I've got to go do what I'm paid to do." Guys?
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things. What will happen? He's trying to help his team.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Outside, LaVine. Reed with a screen for LaVine. Trying to get something going. It's blocked. Maggette against Robinson. Bucket is good. Sarr's got his first bucket of the night.
That's where you want Sarr doing his work offensively. He is a tough cover in the paint.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And the Pistons making a change here. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. The Suns third.
They didn't give away any points at the free throw line, and that makes a head coach's life so much easier.
Heinrich against Anthony. Pass to Topic. And here's Bosch. Launches a three. And the Suns miss again. Here's Sarr. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
But guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Bender, he's checked in for Bradley. Phoenix has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
And here's Bosch for three. Buries the long-range jumper. Bosch has got 17 now.
Yeah, even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Pass to Anthony. Down low. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. When you see the impact of Jalen Wells and what he's done on the defensive end, Richard, it's still surprising he went in the second round.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of teams kicking themselves right now for passing on him because Wells has shown at a very young age how incredible of a defender he can be.
Mobley, he's checked in for the Pistons. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Pistons trail by 5. To the inside. And he banks in the layup. Mobley's got his first bucket in this one.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Hughes the pass to Stewart. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Sarr. It's deflected.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
From deep. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 9. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns ahead, leading by 4. Now we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
On the court now with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach, as we approach the second half, what's going to be the deciding factor?
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Big Diesel, Kenny the Jet, Ernie Johnson here.
But look at Detroit. They're a middle-of-the-pack team. Sure, they'll get some wins, but I don't know how much more beyond that.
Seems like they're missing a key piece or two. Maybe one of their younger guys will step up down the stretch.
Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
They have played like they want it. Fighting for every missed shot. You love to see that passion, man.
Yeah, you can sense the... Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Hughes is out there with Harper. Then it's Czar. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Czar's shot is off.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And it doesn't seem like the analytics folks are often fans of the mid-range jumper. But Richard, where do you stand on that?
Well, I think great players have to use the mid-range jumper because most teams are protecting the paint and the three-point line. So for the best players, the shot creators, the guys that need to score buckets, they've got to have an in-between game.
Back to Bosh. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Some of the great passing small forwards in the NBA on your screen right now. These are the assist leaders at that position in the past month. Cooper Flagg, third.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
They give their teams an element that not every squad has. That kind of passing from the small forward spot allows an offense to be much more free-flowing.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Nice ball movement by Detroit.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
That one's not going to go. Here's Topic. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Hughes. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here is Harper. Now Hughes. Just his first attempt. And it's Flagg with the rebound.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
Pass to Levine. Here's Topic. And here's Bosh for 3. Sinks the triple. Bosh has got the first field goal of the second half for Phoenix.
And just a look into the future of what Bosh can do. Exciting times ahead. A chance to check out stats for Bosh. He's coming off an excellent season, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation.
Finally, a make. It only took 5 attempts in the half.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And Levine takes a lot of threes for this very reason. Such an effective shooter.
Pass to Stewart. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
And Chris Bosh with the slam.
An elite scorer. Bosh can be the man, a guy you go to every trip down the floor.
Launches it. The shot, no good. Suns leading by 10. Talk about a guy, Richard, who can shoot the lights out. Keon Ellis, over 40% for his career from 3.
Yeah, coming into the league, everyone talked about his defense. He's shown great touch from outside, and he generally takes good shots.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, Commissioner Adam Silver talked about tweaking the game. He said analytics take sports in a certain direction because it's a coach and GM's job to win, and they'll do everything they can to do so under the existing rules. It's on us to adjust because we're also looking at the aesthetic appeal of the game. Back over to you guys.
Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Suns making a switch here. Demons checked in. Pistons trail by 15. Out to the right wing. Caps It's in the tray. 14 points for him.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Here's Flag. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Song, the pass to Hughes. Outside Harper. The three. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get him.
Pass to Bosch. It's up a three. Another shot. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's the three. Connects from three-point range.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Pass to Bosch. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Bosch has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
1:32 left to play here in the third. Nailed from three-point land. And it's 8 points for Dylan Harper.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Bosch, that's good.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You've got to focus on the details.
Phoenix leading by 12. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A different look here for Detroit. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Alexander Sarr. And it's Maggette in for Isaiah Stewart. Robinson finds Anthony. On the wing, Levine from downtown. Rebound, Detroit.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Anthony against Heinrich. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Anthony. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Don't sleep on this young guy's athleticism. Levine can get up with the best of them.
Here's Shannon. Still yet to score. Takes a three. Some solid defense from Robinson. What a performance for Chris Bosch. He has been the story for the Phoenix Suns. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Flag. Cole Anthony is out there with Topic. Then there's Boozer, and it's Robinson. In at the three, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Anthony against Heinrich. Boozer a screen on Maggette. And a wide open look for Flag. And a miss there on the triple.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Pass to Hughes. Outside Harper. Fires for three. Hits it from three-point range.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Outside Robinson. Here's Topic. Boozer a screen on Hughes. Outside Boozer. Anthony kicks to Robinson. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Harper. Looking for Richards and gets it there. Heinrich passes to Maggette. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Flag. Back to Anthony. Pass to Topic. To the paint. Here's Boozer. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. And how about Boozer taking it to the defense, getting contact, and getting the shot up off the rim.
Boozer taking 2 shots.
That one is off.
And what jumps out about Boozer, the size, the skill, but also the want to. His motor never stops.
Good on the second free throw.
Certainly knows how to get to the line. Boozer using that size of his to his advantage.
The three. Boozer with the rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pass to Topic. Now Flag bangs home the trifecta. And the Suns lead by 15.
Pitt works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Demon. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Flag. Three-pointer. Detroit with the rebound. Sarge got his 5th rebound in this one.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere so it hasn't really mattered.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So for the Suns, Josh is checked in for Boozer, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Demon. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Topic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Covered by Sarr. And here's Levine. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 6 to shoot. Bosch. Count it. Good. Bosch has got 15 points here in the second half.
They've got high hopes that Bosch will be an anchor for them inside. He finishes very well around the basket.
And here's Harper from the arc. Another 3 for Detroit.
As a player, a rough first half, look, it can wake you up. Sometimes it leads to much improved play in the second half.
For 3. Now Flag. Here's Topic. Levine fires. It's good.
Zach LaVine just lets the game come so naturally. His ability to catch and shoot is one of the quickest in the league.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Now Flag. Bosch hits the pick for Flag. It's tipped. Stewart with the steal. And here we go. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Jacks up a 3. The shot misses. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
There's the screen. Bosch against Stewart. And stolen by Sarr.
All the officials are all over that one.
We all hear about AI in the work.